Hello, I'm Paul Ruggier. I'm going to just give you a few anecdotes and stories from Xchanging's past. My favourite story, it's probably titled Our Man in America, was right at the early days of Xchanging, must have been 11 years ago in 1999, when there were just 3 of us at Xchanging, and we almost won the global human resources function for BP. We're at the final stage of negotiation at their headquarters in Finsbury Square, when the global HR director for BP said, well, you better meet our senior vice president human resources in the US, Hilary Ware. And David said, that's fine, I'll get our man in America to visit her tomorrow. And the meeting continued and it went extremely well. And then reviewing the meeting afterwards with David as we walked around Finsbury Circus as we usually do, analysing the meetings, and I said to David, so David, our man in America? And he said, yes, Paul, you'd better get on the next flight to Houston. So, of course, I did that, proceeded to go pretty much straight to the airport on the flight. And what was really interesting is this was a Tuesday, so flew over that day. I was up, met her the following morning. I was up all night, emailing, faxing, all the information that I got from her. And then I was actually on the flight back, ready at our next meeting on the Thursday, when I was able to report back what our man in America had found out, having visited the Senior Vice President Human Resources in the States. So I think that story just demonstrates, how brave, brave in decision making, one of our values, how David really, has the guts to go for something like that. And the expression he always has, you'll hear him say, we'll find a way, nice problem to have, should we have won the deal. And it was only unfortunate circumstances that prevented us from clinching such a deal as that. So when anybody wonders whether we can double and double again, just think back to stories like that. And frankly, our growth continued, because while we didn't get that deal, we did go on. It was 2.5 years before our first deal. So we missed 3 deadlines from the venture capitalists. We just thought we'd all be kicked out on the street. The number of nights we spent in the office just literally sleeping on the sofas or under the desk in the office, working on deals. It was a matter of survival. But we did clinch the first deal, BAE Systems, the human resources function. But having been 2.5 years without a deal, we then had change of control with 2 enterprise partnerships on the same day. So while we clinched the BAE Systems human resources deal, we also then clinched the Lloyd's of London deal, but they both was change of control on May the 1st, 2001. So we went from 12 employees to 1,200 overnight. We had to split, roughly 6 of each. Half went to Farnborough and other BAE Systems locations, the rest down to Chatham and Folkestone to work on our 2 new enterprise partnerships. We did such a good job that within 3 months we then won the Lloyd's Claims Office, and so that was another 220, which is now Xchanging Claim Services, another enterprise partnerships, and again a month or 2 after that, the good job that we'd done at BAE Systems led to our Xchanging Procurement Services business, when we won the Procurement Enterprise Partnership also with BAE Systems. So in 6 months we had 4 enterprise partnerships, won 4, and went from the 12 employees up to 1,800. So again, just remember anecdotes like that when you wonder whether we could double and double again. And it's a lot easier to double and double again when we go from 9,000 employees, 750 million now, versus just a few individuals who would come together to help form Xchanging.